It's 1868, and the U.S. government has just offered you a treaty. The Treaty of Fort Laramie. It's official, signed, legal. It guarantees you land, specifically the Black Hills, sacred to your people. The treaty says this land is yours as long as the grass shall grow and the water flow. Forever. Now, you don't trust the U.S. government? There have been broken promises before, massacres, betrayals, but this treaty is different. It's written down, signed, it's law, and some of your people are tired of fighting, tired of running. They want to believe that maybe this time the government will keep its word. So you trust, cautiously. You settle on the land you've been promised. You try to build a life. You try to believe this treaty means something. 6 years later, gold is discovered in the Black Hills. Suddenly your sacred land is valuable. Suddenly white settlers want it. Suddenly the treaty that promised you this land forever is inconvenient. The government offers to buy the land. You refuse. It's not for sale. It's sacred. It's yours. By treaty, by law. So the government just takes it anyway. They send the army. They force you off your land. When you resist, it becomes war. The Great Sioux War of 1876. You win some battles. Little Bighorn becomes legendary, but you lose the war. You always were going to lose the war. By 1877, you're on reservations. The Black Hills are gone. The treaty that promised you land as long as the grass shall grow lasted less than a decade. The trust you placed in a treaty, in the idea that contracts mean something, became the weapon that destroyed you. You're French. It's 1939. Germany's getting aggressive again. Hitler's been making moves. Everyone knows war is coming. But you're ready. You've got the Maginot Line, and the Maginot Line is incredible concrete bunkers, artillery positions, underground barracks, miles of defensive positions. It cost a fortune, but it's done. And military experts say it's impregnable. Germany cannot invade France through the Maginot Line. That's not opinion, that's engineering. There's just one problem. The Maginot Line doesn't cover your border with Belgium, because Belgium is neutral, and you trust that Germany won't violate Belgian neutrality. And even if they do, you'll have time to respond. May 10th, 1940, Germany invades, not through the Maginot Line, through Belgium, through the Ardennes forest, which you thought was too difficult for a modern army to cross quickly. The Germans crossed the Ardennes in days. They bypass your entire defensive system. Your impregnable fortress is completely useless because the enemy just went around it. You scramble to respond, but you're not ready. 6 weeks later, France surrenders. The Maginot Line never fell. It didn't need to. It's still standing there, fully manned, completely irrelevant. You spent years and billions of francs building a defense against an attack that never came, while leaving yourself exposed to the attack that did. Here's what all these stories have in common. The trust made sense. The Trojans had good reasons to think the Greeks had left. They divined signs, supported accepting the gift. Constantinople's gates had been secure for centuries. The Fort Laramie Treaty was legally binding. The Maginot Line was built by experts. None of these were stupid people making dumb decisions. These were rational people making reasonable choices based on the best information they had, and those choices destroyed them. The Trojans trusted their victory and their gods. Constantinople trusted systems that had worked forever. The Lakota trusted a legal treaty. France trusted military expertise and engineering, and in every case, that trust created a vulnerability that enemies exploited. The lesson isn't never trust anything. That's impossible. You have to trust. The lesson is that trust always carries risk, even reasonable trust. Sometimes the moment you believe you're safe, the moment you trust that the system will work, that's the moment everything falls apart. So those are 4 times when trust turned into catastrophe. You trusted a wooden horse the gods blessed. You trusted gates locked for centuries. You trusted the supreme law of the land. You trusted impregnable fortifications. You were wrong, and people died.